Happy May the 4th, everybody. Happy Star Wars Day. Welcome to a Star Wars edition of the Sports World, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a May the 4th be with you and a Star Wars edition of the Cleveland Sports live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you guys about some of the favorite Star Wars films, movies, get you guys to that for sure. And new ones for sure. Get you guys to that. What favorite Star Wars movies you got growing up, you watched growing up. I'll tell you this, but the Knicks secured a playoff spot, by the way, since 2020 to 2030. And not only that, they have won a title since 73. I'll get you guys to get you guys to that for sure. What that can mean for the Knicks, by the way, and also whether or not they can make it to the NBA Finals. That's a big question everyone's going to be asking. I'll tell you this, but the Lakers got a comeback win against the Nuggets, 93-89, with no King LeBron James that time. I'll tell you guys also about the fact that the Wiz defeated Grizz, by the way, last night. They beat them, 154-141. Knicks beat the Grizz, by the way, 118-104. They got a playoff spot, by the way. Russell Westbrook secures a triple-double in his illustrious career. Best thing to happen there. A Titans draft pick got charged, by the way, from an April incident. Tell you who that is. Is declaring for the 2020 NBA draft. Get you guys that for sure. What can be propelled for his career? Caps, Tom Wilson got fined $5,000 for punching a Rangers opponent. By the way, tell you how that all went down. Alejandro Villanueva and the Ravens agreed reach a 2-year offer. By the way, I'll tell you what that could be. And Breanna Stewart got engaged to Marta Zargay. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody. So first things first, I'm going to start with the fact that the Knicks have secured a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, by the way. Fourth place in the Eastern Conference as they took out the Grizz again, 118-104, guys. You had Orange Julius Randle, who is the MVP material. He scored 28 points, 6 rebounds and assists. D-Rose scored 25 points, 2 rebounds and assists, 1 steal. Just an anniversary became MVP. RJ Barrett scored 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. D-Rose scored 25 points, 2 rebounds and assists, 1 steal. On the anniversary, he became MVP. RJ Barrett scored 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Reggie Bullock scored 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and steal. Dillon Brooks scored 25 points, 1 rebound, and assist, 2 steals. Desmomd Bane scored 22 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Jaren Jackson Jr. scored 15 points and 3 rebounds. Kyle Anderson has scored 13 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Jonas Valanciunas scored 11 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 blocks. The Knicks right now, they are just tearing apart everybody. I'll tell you that right now, guys. The Knicks, they have secured a playoff spot. I told you guys they're going to do it, and yes, they did. They're fourth place in the Eastern Conference. They may be the beast of the East. My Knicks are looking pretty good as ever, and I'll tell you this right now. The Knicks, they'll disappoint. I'll tell you that right now, guys. So, honestly, guys, I'm going to go for the Knicks being the NBA champs this year over the Lakers. So my vote to be NBA champs this year is the Knicks. Yes, I said it, guys. Orange Julius Randle is MVP material, guys. Make no mistake about that. He has been, and he always will be playing like MVP material. He's only actually 30-plus points a game. Knicks have been to the playoffs since 2012, 2013, and they have won a title since 73. But I got to tell you, the Knicks right now, they don't disappoint at all. I'll tell you that right now. Sure, they may have had bad records. Sure, they may have, slumped a bit. But the Knicks, they're coming back. They had a 9-game win. Sure, they had a 9-game win streak last month, and their win streak collapsed by the Suns. Next, they beat the Grizz yet again. I'll tell you that. Julius Randle is playing the MVP material. He always has been. He always will be, and he does for the MVP category, which he does. So Orange Julius Randle, he's there. But don't be so surprised if Orange Julius Randle became an MVP. It would be Eastern Conference Finals MVP, League MVP. And then next thing you know it, he'll find himself as a Finals MVP. I'll tell you that right now, guys. So, interesting part here. Someone told me, Baba T told me that Knicks versus the Nets, Eastern Conference, I'll tell you that. That right there, if it comes down to the battle of NYC, Knicks versus the Nets, I got to go for the Knicks. I'm going for the Knicks in this one. So the Knicks right now, they're a looming threat. Now, no one has been talking about the Nets in recent weeks. Now, KD's got a bit of an injury on his hands, and honestly, he's not looking too good. Hopefully he's ready for the playoffs. But oh my, James Harden, he hasn't played since because of an injury that he's had. But honestly, it's got to be the Knicks. You know that they're ready. They're born ready. The Nets may not be so ready. I mean, yeah, sure, the Nets they might be favorites. You know, heavy favorites to make it to the NBA Finals. I mean, sure they could be favorites to win the East Conference Finals and make it to the NBA Finals and walk as an NBA chance. I tell you guys right now, that certainly isn't gonna. So I'll tell you that. So I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go. I'm going for the Knicks all the way. Knicks all the way. Yeah, Knicks all the way, guys. Knicks all the way. So Orange Julius Randle's MVP. I mean, you got RJ Barrett. You sure you got RJ Barrett? You got D Rose, who had 25 points last night. Elbert Payton, Reggie Bullock, Obi Toppin, Kevin Knox, Nerlens Noel, Reggie Bullock. These guys, my goodness, they're phenomenon. They're absolute phenomenons, and they're a looming threat. And the Knicks right now, they have to be one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, which they are, by the way. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, they're the top NBA teams in NBA history. So we haven't seen this since. So honestly, I am so surprised. I am so pleased right now. And I gotta say, the Knicks, they're looking pretty good, and they're a dual threat. And they finally have a playoffs. But I told you guys that was going to happen. And did they? Yes, they do. So the Knicks, they're gonna show up. They showed up, or I'll tell you that. So the Knicks are gonna eliminate somebody. I don't care if it's the Celtics, whether it's going to be the Nets. I mean, Battle of NYC, either Eastern Conference playoffs or Eastern Conference finals, I guess. Could be. I mean, could be maybe the Celtics, Sixers, Nets, Sixers, Celtics, the Bucks, Hawks, whoever they can look to be. But the Knicks are looking pretty good. They're a looming threat. They may be the sleeper team, but someone told me it's Clippers versus the Knicks. I got Knicks all the way, because I can tell you this: Lakers may not be back-to-back NBA champs. I'll tell you that. And that may not happen. I mean, sure they can be back-to-back NBA champs, but they're going to need King LeBron James. That's what they need. They need their king back. That's what they need. So, Clips, Kawhi Leonard, and PG. Honestly, I don't see the Clips making a comeback. I really don't see the Clips, by the way, making it to the NBA Finals. I really don't see that happening at all. They may have lost to the Nuggets, last season's playoffs. The Clippers, they may probably, if it comes, all right, here's how it could come down. I'll tell you this. Battle of LA between Lakers versus the Clips in the Wild Wild West Conference Finals. You got a Battle of NYC between the Knicks and the Nets. My vote for this one would have to be Lakers for this one to win the Wild Wild West Finals, and now the Knicks to win the Eastern Conference Finals. I would have the Knicks versus the Lakers come NBA Finals this year. I'll tell you that right now, guys. So the Knicks all the way. I'm going for the Knicks. So I don't have to go for honestly, I tell you this right now. That would be some spectacle. I'll tell you that. Picture this. I told you guys this just moments ago. Battle of NYC, Knicks versus Nets, Eastern Conference, Wild Wild West, Battle of LA between the Lakers and the Clips. That would be some matchup. I'll tell you that. Lakers versus my top matchup for NBA Finals this year. Lakers versus the Knicks. That would be something. I'll tell you that, guys. That would be amazing. So, yeah. Lakers versus the Knicks. That would be some spectacle. I'll tell you that right now. That would be huge. So, Knicks are going to go all the way. I'll tell you that. They're going to be walking out as the new NBA champs. And I got to say, Orange Julius Randle could go from just an MVP to a finals MVP. Knicks are a looming threat, and they're the top teams right now. Like walking out as NBA champs instead of the Lakers. Lakers, they're probably in dire jeopardy, and they may not look ready, or they may not be ready. They may have got to win against the Nuggets last night, but that's not gonna sit well with them. Yeah, Nets. Yeah, Nets. They're not gonna go all the way. Yeah, the Nets. They certainly will not go all the way. Yeah, Nets. It's Nets. Certainly, they won't go all the way. I'll tell you that. So yeah, and honestly, the Nets right now. The Nets aren't going to go any further. No, they're not. And they're not going to win the Eastern Conference. I'll tell you that right now. So I'll tell you that right now. So the Knicks right now, yeah, sure, they were a sleeper team. They were underdogs, but the Knicks right now, I mean, they already had a 9-game win streak. And I got to tell you right now, the Knicks, they're going to eliminate somebody. And like it or not, the Knicks are going to put to the biggest test yet. And I got to tell you, the Knicks right now, they're a dual threat, and they cannot be stopped. So how do you stop them whatsoever? How do you stop them? Well, obviously, you just can't. So, yes. And I got to tell you, they could walk out. And the Knicks right now, they can walk out as new NBA champs. I'll tell you that right now by this year. I mean, they won a title since 73. I'll tell you that, guys. So the Knicks, they will go all the way, everybody. All the way. So I will tell you, Knicks, they cannot be stopped. They're ferocious. They're unstoppable, which they are, by the way. I'll tell you that right now. And that's all there is you need to know, everybody. So that is the best news yet there. And the Knicks right now, they are a force to reckon with. They're a looming threat. And Nets, the Nets, they're not going to be making. Yeah, Nets haven't got a lot of attention. The Knicks are a story here, people. Yeah, and yeah, sure, you may have Kyrie, James Harden, and actually, so yeah, someone told me that Nets need to get rid of Kyrie. Well, obviously, if the Nets lose in the playoffs or in the finals, they may have early elimination on their hands. Or these conference finals. If against the Nets, they're done. If against the Knicks, they're done. So I'll tell you this right now: the Nets are not going all the way. I'll tell you that. Sure, the Nets are good though, just not good enough. Some of the best players aren't going to be, Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. They're not going all the way. And yeah. Oh, someone told me Dame Dollar goes to the Knicks if they make it to the finals. Sure, that would be huge. I mean, if Dame Dollar lost in the Wild Wild West playoffs, that would be a big move. But I gotta tell you, that would be sure, that's a big loss for Blazers fans. And even though Dame Dollar's never been an NBA champion his rest of his career nor an MVP, I'll tell you this: if Dame Dollar gets traded to the Knicks, oh wow, the Knicks are gonna be a lot more dangerous than they are now. I'll tell you that, guys. So that's gonna be. I would say that would be big. I'll tell you that. But Dame Dollar to the Knicks, that would be huge, absolutely huge. I think we win. Sure, the Knicks have been on a winning streak, but wow, you make a valid point. If the Blazers they get eliminated, Blazers could trade Kyrie. Could trade Dame Dollar to the Knicks. Which would be surprising. I will say that for sure. But wow, you do make a valid point. You really do make a valid point. I'll tell you that. But that would be huge, though. Knicks they're legit contenders. I'll tell you that. And Dame Dollar left the Blazers. Oh, that would be a big loss there. But If he get into the Knicks, that would be big. That would be. I mean, you're right. It would be absolutely big if Dame Dollar goes to the Knicks. I'll say it right now. So wow, that would be big. That would be really really big. Look, it could happen. It could happen. I'll tell you that it could happen. Maybe after the playoffs or maybe after the finals. So you never know what Dame Dollar's gonna have in store. I'll tell you that. I mean, Dame Dollar, sure he may fail to make the NBA Finals. That's not gonna happen. So Dame Dollar, if he gets traded after the playoffs or after the NBA Finals, oh wow, they'll be done. They'll be done. D Rose is doing looking pretty good. D Rose looking pretty good. I'll tell you that. So yes, Orange just ran. He's made some 3-point numbers. I'll tell you that. I mean, he's only averaging like Dame Dollar, the Knicks, and D Rose. That would be another. I mean, if they would look. Melo did good. Melo did used to play for the Knicks. I'll tell you that, but he didn't do so well on that. But I'll tell you this: if Melo went back to the Knicks, that would be big. That would be really big. I mean, he did surpass Alfred Hayes. I'll tell you that though. So wow. I'll say this: if Dame Dollar, after the playoffs, got out of the Blazers, and if Melo even went with them, did the same thing, they would definitely go to the Knicks. Melo, now remember, Carmelo Anthony used to play for the Knicks, so even though he didn't do well there, but Melo came back to the Knicks, that would be pretty big. I'll tell you that. He did pretty good last night, though. So I gotta say, that would be big. And honestly, I could see that happening. I really could. Sure, the Blazers could still get eliminated, though, but clearly it'll be a big move. Think of it like this. You can have Orange Julius Randle, D Rose, Dame Dollar, and Melo. Fantastic Four. That right there will be something for the ages. Knicks are the top team right now. I mean, the Knicks, they were looking like a super team. I mean, so far they've been a super team since they've had a 9-game win streak. But they may look like a super team with Dame Dollar, with guys such as Orange Julius Randle, D Rose, Melo coming back. But wow, that would be big. I mean, I'll tell you this: the Knicks right now, they're looking like a super team of their own. I'll tell you that right now. So they might be a super team. People will sometimes fall asleep on them, but they don't fall asleep on them anymore. No, they don't. They used to, but they don't. But the Knicks right now, they don't disappoint, not one bit. I'll tell you, they do not disappoint. But the Knicks right now, they're the top guys, and they cannot be stopped. I would say that right now. So Knicks, all right, they don't disappoint. So say what you want, guys, but the Knicks are coming back. They're looking to get a title. I'm looking forward to that, guys. I really am. So Dame Dollar, he may do so. Go to the Knicks. He may good on everyone's behalf, which he might do. So that's all I got to say on that, buddy. And that's all there is. So Knicks are going to go all the way. Yep. And I'm definitely looking forward to that, everybody, on that note. So, yes, I do believe that I mean, I'll tell you this. The Knicks right now, they don't disappoint not one bit. I'll tell you that right now. But the Knicks, they just can't be stopped. So, and honestly, the Knicks will be a super team. The Knicks will be a super team. I'll tell you that. But the Knicks right now, wow. Wow. They are a force to reckon with. They're a looming threat, everybody. They sure are. And I will tell you this right now. The Knicks will simply destroy anybody, whoever it is. So you can say what you want, guys. The Knicks are going to go all the way, and that's that, guys. That's all I'll say about it on that note. Other things I want to get into. Happy Star Wars Day, guys. What are your favorite Star Wars films, everybody? The Empire Strikes Back or the new Star Wars films? Let me know. Or the new one, Star Wars The Bad Batch. You haven't seen any yet? So, what are your favorite Star Wars movie, guys? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely just much. Happy May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day, guys. And that's all these you got to know. So, that'll be good for that. Yeah, all right. So, Battle of NYC. Yeah, Battle of NYC. conference finals. Wow, we big. So I will say this. And clearly, this is going to that would surprise a lot of people. I'll tell you that right now. And I'll be so surprised. So, yeah. I mean, sure, it is Star Wars Day. It is, though. So, yep. Star Wars film's the best thing there is, though. So, that's all I got to say on there, everybody. And that's all there's I got to say on there, everybody. So, yep, the Knicks are going to go all the way. And clearly, the Knicks are a dual threat. I will say this, guys. The Knicks, they can walk out as new NBA champs. And I'll tell you this. The Knicks, they will go all the way. They can survive the playoffs. They can survive the Eastern Conference Finals. They can even survive. So there's for that. And, yeah. So, yeah. All right, so, guys, Star Wars films. Let me know about that, everybody. Best news yet there, guys. So, happy Star Wars Day, everybody. Happy May the 4th be with you. And that's all there is you got to know on that, everybody. So, best news yet there, everybody, on that note. All right, so another topic I also want to get into, ladies and gents, that Lakers got a comeback win against the Nuggets, by the way, last night with no LeBron James. As the Lakers 80 for the Nuggets, 93-89. Now 83 has scored 25 points. He had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks. KCP had scored 10 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and a block. Marc Gasol scored 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Ast Caruso scored 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and a block. Nikola Jokic had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Michael Porter Jr. has scored 19 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal. And JaVale McGee scored 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and block. So the Lakers, they came back, by the way. I'll tell you that. So they did come back with the win. No LeBron James. My question is, will LeBron James be available for the playoffs? That's a big question the Lakers want to know. Now, LeBron James, he's looking forward to being a 5-time NBA champ. What goodness for Lakers fans out there? That may not ensue. That may not ensue, guys, because LeBron James has missed a couple games with a sprained ankle, and he came back 2 games, though. I mean, he made sure they lost to the Raptors, and they got to come back win against the Nuggets last night. But I'll tell you this, guys. Lakers can't repeat history yet again. History won't repeat itself. But I think it's going to say the Lakers may not be back to make NBA chance by this year. So, to be honest, guys, I mean, sure, I may have picked the Lakers to be back to make NBA champs. But I changed my mind. I said that, the Knicks are going to walk out as new NBA champs. So I got the Knicks all the way. That's what I got. So clearly, guys, I'll tell you though that Lakers they need LeBron James back. That's what they really need to be for the playoffs. That's what they need to get. And if they get an early elimination playoff loss, sure they have to go through. I mean, sure they have to face the Jazz. They meant to go to Jazz. They have the Suns. They have to take on Mavs, puny Warriors. They even got to take on the Blazers. They got to take on Mavs, and clearly, even the Jazz too. The Jazz. So clearly, I think it's fair to say that Lakers they gotta get they come and win the playoffs. And I don't know exactly if the Lakers are even ready for the playoffs. I'm not sure about that. No, I'm really not sure if in fact the Lakers are going to be able to survive. I'm really not sure the Lakers are going to be walking out back to make a chance by the end of this year. By this year, that is, I guess. So Lakers, they got to get together. So I think since the Lakers may not be ready for the playoff, may not be ready for the finals, I would also tell you though the Lakers may not be able to come back and be back to making a chance by this year. So Lakers, I don't see them be coming back to make NBA champs. That's all I gotta say, guys. On that note, so Lakers, they need to get together. It's when they find some rhythm. It's what they need, though. Sure, 83 is back. Sure, LeBron James, he sat out last game, by the way, last night. But it's gonna be available for the playoffs. That's the big question you guys want to know for sure. So he will. Hopefully, he'll make it. So that's all I got to say. Hopefully, he will make it. That's all I got to say on that, everybody. So that's all you just knowing that. Also, some other news here I want to get into. The Wiz defeated the Pacers last night. They beat them 154-141. Now Russell Westbrook, after fourth triple double in his NBA career, he had 178 triple doubles, by the way. So that's him. He did score 14 points, 21 rebounds, 24 assists, 1 steal and a block. Bradley Beal has scored 26 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Rui Hachimura has scored 27 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Dan Gafford scored 15 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Robin Lopez scored 11 points, 1 rebound, and assist. Davis Bertans scored 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Karis LeVert scored 33 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. Domantas Sabonis scored 32 points, 19 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. TJ McConnell scored 15 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Justin Holiday scored 15 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a block. And 1 block, by the way. Two assists and 1 block. Aaron Holiday scored 15 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. 2 rebounds and steals, 3 assists, 1 block. And Duggan McBuckets has scored 11 points, 1 rebound, and a block. Wiz right now, sure, the Wiz are already in there too, by the way, as well. I think the Wiz are going to go. I think that Russell Westbrook, he's pretty good at what he does, even though he's a former MVP of his own right. I don't see the Wiz. Yeah, sure, the Wiz are in the playoffs too as well. But I don't see the Wiz, by the way, walking out, surviving. They're gonna be eliminated early. I'll tell you that. Probably in the first round, second round, who knows? So honestly, Wiz, they're not gonna go all the way. I'll tell you, they will not go all the way. I'm sorry, Deep Nation's Capital fans, but Wiz will not go all the way. They will not be walking out as new NBA champs. I'll tell you, they will not be the new NBA champs by this year. I'll tell you that right now, guys. That's all there's gonna know. I'm sure, Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, they're looking pretty good. Rui Hachimura's looking pretty good. Actually, ranking at 37 plus points a game. I'll tell you that, though. But Wiz are not going to go all the way. I'll tell you that, guys. So they're not going to go far. They won't get that far. So that's all I got to say to everybody. That's all you need to know. So let's leave it there. Also, other thing I want to get into that Franz Wagner will be going to the 2020 NBA draft. Congrats to him on that big move for him. Another news that Caps Tom Wilson was fined $5,000 for punching Raptors forward Paul Bogdanovic, and while face down on the ice, and also Wilson body slammed Artemi Panarin. By the way, the Cavs they defeated the Rangers 6-3. So honestly, not looking good there, and he did appeal that though. By the way, so that's all you got to know on that. Also, some others I want to get into that Alejandro Villanueva and the Ravens, they have reached a 2-year offer that is worth $14 million and $8 million fully guaranteed. So that's a big move right there. To me, that's a big move right there. I'm telling you that right now. So that's all there's you need to know on that. Also, guys, some other news that Breanna Stewart got engaged this past week to Phoenix Mercury player Marta Zargic. So congrats to her on that. And Breanna Stewart, she's a former WNBA champ with the Seattle Storm. Congrats to her on that. That's the best you get there. So that's all there's you on that. There also some other news I want to get into, by the way, that Titans draft pick, by the way, Rashad Weaver was charged with simple assault, by the way, by punching a woman at a Foxtail bar, by the way, in Steel City, Pittsburgh. By the way, his court date is going to be October 5th, 2021. That is all there is you to on that. So basically, the woman sustained a concussion. Now, the woman sustained a concussion. She was hospitalized and she sustained a concussion. And the woman said she fell to the floor. And honestly, there was a verbal confrontation going on. And so obviously, I do want to tell you this was before Rashad Weaver got drafted last week. Now the incident occurred in April this past year. So honestly, it's pretty much a bad move, I'll tell you that. And Titans may be aware of this incident, but needless to say that there can be some repercussions away for Rashad Weaver, by the way. And it could face jail time for sure. If he's convicted of the charge of this charge, of the simple assault charge, he could be facing jail time for good, and he could lose the and he could be losing his opportunity to be with Titans by next season. So that's not looking good on his part. I'll tell you that. So his court date is October 5th of 2021, and this is for simple assault for punching a woman at a Steel City bar, Foxtail Bar at Steel City in Pittsburgh. So not looking good there in this part. I'll tell you that right now, guys. So he is done for. I'll tell you that. He will be done for. That's all there is you need to know on that. So that's all you need to know. Also, on other news, always have birthdays out to Madoka, Aikawa, Metal Slug, Aaron Andrews, Will Arnett, Jidena, late great Mr. Fuji, Grace, Phipps, JME, Victor Oladipo, Roy McElroy, Laura Whitmore, Kimberly Simmons, Shamik Moore, Mo Money, Lindsay, Patricia, Kiana, Bygrave, Trisha, Krishnan, Ashley Rickards, Emily Perkins, James, Harrison, Leroy Hawkins, Pamela Horton, George Hill, Austin White, Dorothy, Petzold, Kevin Carter, Hunter McGrady, John Force, Carissa Thompson, Emily DeMello, and YRN Lingo. So some of your birthday wishes, shout out sweets, everybody. That's all you gotta do just down in the comments down below. So some of your birthday wishes, shout out sweets, everybody. That's all you gotta do just now. That's all I got on that. Also, guys, I have an interesting news here. Vector the Crocodile, the sign boom version of Vector the Crocodile, Detective Vector. He has been added to Sonic-2 Sonic Boom as of right now, guys. So it's playable now, guys. You can download the Sonic-2 Sonic Boom game on iOS and Google Play Store. So that's all there is you got to know on that, everybody. And that's the best things ever been there. So, wow, that's amazing. So you got to love it, guys. I used to play Sonic-2 Sonic Boom, though, in the past, but I don't play that no more. So that's a little bit of an update on that. So check your phones for an update on that. And that's the best thing that's ever happened there. I'll tell you that, though. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody. That's all you got to know. And that's all I got to say on that. So between that. Also, guys, Charlotte Flair, she should not have been added to that women's title, to that for WrestleMania Backlash, and making a triple threat for the women's Raw women's title. By the way, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Now then, Charlotte Flair's in the mix. Charlotte Flair didn't earn much anything. She did not earn a title opportunity. She did not. She was entitled to that. So, your thoughts on this, everybody? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely address the response to everybody. That is all the news you got to know for now on that. And that is all there is to it, everybody. So WrestleMania Backlash is a week away from Sunday. Streaming live on Peacock TV, guys. That's all there's you got to know on that, everybody. And that's the message you get there, everybody. So that's all there's you got to know just for now on that. So that's all there's you got to know for now on that. So best you get there. Well, ladies, that's going to do right there for a Star Wars special, the Khalil Sports Board. Happy May the 4th be with you, Star Wars special, the Khalil Sports Board. Please be sure you always tune in, like, subscribe to the Khalil Sports Board YouTube channel, our Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure you send me a comment so you your thoughts on what your favorite Star Wars films, from Once you saw from the past, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars The New Batch, Star Wars games, anything like that, merchandise, and action figures. So let me know in the comments what your favorite Star Wars film was. I will address sponsors, sure, everybody. That's all there's I got to say on that for now. We thought the Knicks becoming legit contenders for the as they secure the playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. By the way, you think the Knicks are going to go all the way in the Eastern Conference Finals and make it to the NBA Finals? Let me know in the comments about that, and let me know if they think they're going to win the NBA Finals. Let me know in the comment section about that. I will address sponsors, sure. That's all you got to know. And Arnold's right, he's an MVP, so I'll tell you that right now, guys. The Knicks looking pretty good. And they can't be stopped. What your thoughts, everybody? I'll just my sure. That's all you got to know for now on that. You know, the Lakers defeating the Nuggets, by the way, last night as they beat them 93-89. So you think the Lakers are ready, by the way, for the playoffs? Let me know about that. Sure. You think the Lakers are going to walk us back to make NBA champs? Because I honestly don't see it happening at all. So your thoughts, everybody, on that. That's all the news you got to know for now on that. And that is all there is to it. You need to know everybody on that. Now on that. I think the Lakers are going to make it. I think the Lakers will make it to Wild Wild West. Battle of LA in the Wild Wild West Conference Finals. And you can see the Knicks, East Conference Finals, Battle of New York, Knicks versus Nets. I go for the Knicks on that one, and I'll go for the Lakers on that one. I can see the Lakers versus the Knicks main events in the NBA Finals this year. So I'm gonna go for the Knicks to win the NBA Finals. That's all I got to say on that, everybody. So your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments about that. Let me know everything that's gonna happen. So name a Finals match you guys love to see. Let me know about that. I'll address my sure, everybody. That's all that you gotta know for now on that. Now on that, everybody. That's all that you gotta know. Your thoughts on the Russell Westbrook, having a triple double. By the way, last night. He had his 100% triple double, by the way, guys. So your thoughts about that? Everybody has the Wiz defeated the Pacers 154-141. Let me know the comments about that. I'll address my sure, everybody. That's all the news you got to know for now on that. Something on where because we're waiting. Rashad Weaver is charged for a simple assault, by the way, for punching a woman at a Foxtail bar in Steel City in Pittsburgh. And his court date is October 5th, 2021. So we're because we're waiting him. Let me know about that in the comments section. This is before the NFL draft, guys. So that's about that. Something on Brianna Stewart. Congrats to Brianna Stewart. She got engaged to Phoenix Mercury player Marta Zargay. By the way, this past week, let me know about that. Just want to share, so if you know for that one, that. With those Caps player Tom Wilson being fined $5,000 for punching Paul Bushnovich, last night, and he got and he's by slammed Artemi Penard, by the way. So he thoughts about that, but I just want to share, everybody, so you're gonna know for now on that. Some friends wanted to go for the 2020 NBA draft. Later thoughts about that. I'll just my sure, everybody. That's all that you gotta know for that. What are your thoughts about Alejandro Villanueva and the Ravens reaching a 2-year off? By the way, that's worth $10 million. I'm sorry, worth $14 million and $8 million fully guaranteed. Your thoughts about that, everybody? I'll just my sure. That's all you gotta know for now on that. Your thoughts exactly on Charlotte Flair inserting herself to a women's title opportunity, making a triple threat for WrestleMania Backlash. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for Raw title match. Charlotte Flair cheating on their title. She was suspended for attacking your ref. So your thoughts, everybody, on that? That's all that you got to know for now. That's all that's to everybody on that note. So it's also send your birthday wishes out to Madoka Akawa, A Metal Slug, Aaron Andrews, Will Arnett, Hunter McGrady, John Force, Carissa Thompson, Emily DeMello, YRN, Lingo, Laura Whitmore, Kimora Lee Simmons, JME, Victor Oladipo, Roy McElroy, Emily Perkins, James Harrison, LaRoyce, Hawkins, Pamela Horton, George Hill, Austin White, Dorothy Petzold, Kevin Carter, Ashley Ricards, Lake Mr. Fuji, and send your birthday wishes. Shout out sweets about so as we just from now. And Trisha Krishnan, by the way, as well. So send all your birthday wishes. Shout out sweets. That's all you got to know for now. What are your thoughts on Vector the Crocodile being added to Sonic Dash 2? Sonic Boom, by the way, he's not playable. So your thoughts, everybody? I'll just sure, everybody. That's all the news you got to know for now on that. And that's all you got to know for that, everybody. And I'll be back for more breaking news. Turn time live on these words and a whole lot more in the close sports, everything sports related, and everything you got to know. So that's all I got to say, everybody. Take care, you guys. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Enjoy your Star Wars films. That's all I'm going to say. Take care, everybody. You guys have a good evening. Be safe out there. Bye-bye.